Hello everyone, it's Marita, one who catches lightning with the path of Ish. Oh my goodness, my wife is on a Zoom call, so she's being really loud. So we're gonna just close this and just have a little time for ourselves. Magical Mondays with Marita here. And I wanted to talk about the energies of today and what's going on this week, what's been happening over the last Trecena, 13 days, because we're about to start a new Trecena. So we're ending the Trecena, the 13 days of the Mayan calendar, which is connected to the plume serpent, Chiccan, right, in the Mexican Maya. And so that's the energy of transformation and the growth and the energy of study, right? The ability to learn, and not just learn and come at life from a knowingness in your mind, but here in your heart. And this 13 days, culminating with the last day today with the number 13, that's Trecena of Chiccan, again in the Mayan, Noj in the Quiche, is about that fulfillment of transformation. So today, combined with all of these three energies, we have this potential of deep transformation. And this isn't about you thinking your way through things or all of a sudden having one of those aha moments when all these twists and turns, you're finally like, I got the answer and the solution. This is a deep knowingness in your marrow and in your bones and transformation. So the question is, right, and I want you to ask your body. I don't want you to ask your mind. That's okay. The mind doesn't have to know. The mind, they, them are brilliant. But right now we're going to ask the body, what is the transformation that my body has been working on and needing? And what can I come today at from a knowingness deep inside my bones, my marrow, right? We're taught that our seed of potential, that destiny that we have, as you might want to say, some people say destiny, is really the ability to become our true selves, and that seed of potential is planted in our bones, in the marrow. It's DNA, right? And it's from our ancestors reminding us. So I'm asking today your body, what's the body knowingness that you can come into today? It's your heart. Just take a deep breath into that as you bring in these energies of Chiccan, of Chiccan, of the tone of 13. And this is really about what can we learn right now in this time and place. Let us move away from this, when are things going to get to normal, looking back. For some people, Native Americans actually believe that your future is to your back because it's not what you can see, and that your past is in front of you. So right now, we're just by saying that, we've changed the dynamics and the energy of what we think looking back means. Can we let go of the reality that we know of how we perceive things, not in a way of disowning the mind, because I'm sure your mind right now is like, what is going on over there? I'm the one that's supposed to have all the solutions and all the answers, and we have to figure this out right now. No, mind, we're asking you, thank you. First of all, mind, thank you so much. You're a beautiful, wonderful mind. Thank you for being one who can find puzzles and work through puzzles and solve things. And it feels so good when you solve things in your brain, right? It actually releases endorphins. It's chemical. Things happen in your brain when you're like, aha, right? Thank you so much, mind. Now we're asking the body today. So hand in your heart and breathe in and go to that heart center as we allow again the energy of the tone of 13. Chiccan, the plume serpent, Quetzalcoatl, right? The idea of transformation, change, and the Nahuale of transformation and change, as we bring in also the Nahuale today of Noj, Chiccan. And just sit with that. Can you sit with yourself? And just let this, Thank you so much. We're asking the body now. Thank you so much. We'll come back to you, mind. We're asking the body now. Body. What have you to say today? So many times when we are craving relationships, we are craving relationships that are external to us because there's something missing. There's nothing wrong with that. Having the willingness to create a relationship outside of yourself, knowing that you've reached the end of yourself, means that you have the humility to know that when you reach out, you honor the knowledge of someone else's and their ways, and they honor yours. That is a blessing, and that is sacredness. But so many times we enter into this sacredness with this idea of sacrifice and martyrdom, not about being and making connection sacred. And many times this happens because we are not aligned. Our mind is doing one thing, our body is somewhere else, and our essence is completely like flying above high, be like, woo! Sometimes it's going back to starting to develop relationships with your different parts and asking them and letting them have their own voice. Body, what do you think of this? Mind, what do you think of this? Essence, what do you think of this? This is a practice that I do with a lot of my students as we go in. This is a practice that actually has been handed down for 400 years. This is the practice of the warriors. To be able to make sure that you are aligned in living your truth today. Because this is another thing that is very indigenous. We talked about the difference between white culture and indigenous culture in creating value. But this is the thing. Indigenous culture, indigenous people do not think that they will live tomorrow. Life is a gift. Life is sacred and can be gone like that. So by honoring that, by placing actually even greater value that I could not live tomorrow, how am I going to show up today? First for myself. If all parts of myself are not aligned, then I'm not showing up. Then I'm not living now. If my mind is in the past being like, oh, remember that time with that ex, or, oh, remember when that felt good or something. And my body is like absent, just like freaking out, being like, what am I going to eat today? I'm hungry. Why are we doing this? No one's paying attention. And then my essence is like, I am here to save humanity, right? They're not aligned. They're not working together. They're not even on the same page of what's supposed to be happening. How can you show up for others if you don't show up for yourself first? So creating that alignment of those three, and that's why if you've ever seen me here, or if you're new, thank you. Hi, Marita, one who catches lightning with the path of IX, which is Mayan for Ish. You say Ish, it's the path of the jaguar. That's why I teach my students to take 3 breaths. So let's do that right now. In and out through the nose. It actually settles yourself, right? It's actually scientifically proven. Breathing in and out of the nose helps you calm down. In and out of the nose, bringing the mind into this time, into this place. In and out of the nose, bringing the body into this time and this place. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now. In and out through the nose, welcoming the essence into this time and to this place. So now you've brought all 3 of your parts together. And now we can see, are they in alignment? Do they even speak the same language? Sometimes they don't, so you need a translator. You need a guide to come and translate between all your parts, right? How do they show up in your heart center? Do they hide? Do they show up as a representation of an animal that is supposedly alone, right, and feels alone and must exist alone or it must die? Then that's telling you something about this, about you, and about how this part of you is showing up. right? I'll give you an example. A while back, someone's beingness showed up. I think it was a being, maybe it was mine, I don't even know. Showed up as a zebra. Now, zebras are powerful. Zebras also do not fit in. They do not change their stripes, right? So this person, this part of their beingness was showing up in a very kind of like, this is who I am. No one's going to change my mind. I'm still in a herd, but you don't understand me, blah, 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 blah. Not speaking to the other parts of this person's beingness. Not willing to work in harmony. And so this person wasn't able to manifest. This person was just being torn up. And this is a practice. You can get really into it. And this is something that I teach. So if you're interested in learning from me, #Jaguar. I still have a few spots open for my 6-month to a year school. I also do intensive, so I can also send you that. Of how to be in alignment. Right? How to truly show up. And I love you, Nina, showing up. I like that. Patricia, welcome. Sanja, Maria, Nina, Nisha, Jen Ryan, Megan Lee, Sharon, thank you so much for showing up for yourself today and for staying on. I hope you like this. I hope you share. I hope you check me out on my page as well. But let's go back to this. Yes, speaking to all parts of your being. Yes, Australia. I love people. I love a lot of Australians that watch me, so thank you so much, Australia. I hope you're all doing well. I know many of you are in very close quarters these days and shut down. So let's get back to the breath. Let's bring those 3 breaths in again. Let's bring the body in first, since we talked to the body first. How does that feel? Does that feel different when the body gets to kind of step forward? Oh, the body's like, ooh, I get to have a voice now? Oh my God, you listening to me? I get to go first? It's usually the mind who's just like telling me to shut up and like do my thing. Oh my God, you're calling me first? How does that feel in your body? That's what my body's saying. In and out through the nose, bringing the essence. A beautiful, big essence. Essence. Can you simplify? Sometimes essences show up like Beyonce in her glory, right? Wow! And with an entourage, right? Because what happens then? You're showing up. It shows up in a way of like, I'm important, and look at my entourage, and look at how important I am, and you should be paying attention to me, and I'm this big superpower, right? And then you're like, yeah, but then I'm just a fan. So, please, essence, we ask you today to show up in true humility. True humility is not martyrdom. True humility is not denying who you are. True humility is knowing you. Knowing all parts of yourself, the beginnings and the ends. And this is the thing. We cannot exist alone. Our essence needs a vessel. That vessel needs a central nervous system. The essence cannot do it alone. And if the essence wants to accomplish its goal on this planet, in this lifetime, it needs to work together with the mind and with the body. There it is. There it's showing up. It doesn't have to be a wizard behind the curtain. It can show up as itself. And we can be like, essence, I don't understand you. So then we call in a guide. We call in a spirit or an animal guide to help us interpret what's going on and what the essence is saying. Okay, let's take our 3 breaths again. Body, essence, mind. As we come all aligned in this time and this place, now, let's see how different it feels when we bring in the nahuales, the changing energies in the Mayan calendar, right? The energy of this last day of this Trecena, right? This Trecena of the plumed serpent. Change, potential, growth. And when we bring in the energy of the tone of 13, and then we bring in the energy of today, Noj. All three now can speak to all three of our parts and yet be aligned at the same time. September 9th is coming up, 9/9. Mars is going retrograde and it's going to take you through the underworld again. So we got to be ready. All this potential you will have, that the ability to look at your parts, your shadow and your light, not judging one over the other, because we need them both. Be okay with your duality, because we need all of it to show up. We can love it all. So as we prepare for tomorrow, living today first in this complete energy that we can, because we are not promised tomorrow. Can today we be ready to live and die in a good way? Can we let go of the things that are truly keeping us from radical self-love? This is why we're here. Radical self-love. That is the journey. The journey of discovery. The journey of allowing yourself to live from a place of making things sacred, yourself included, instead of sacrifice and martyrdom, which is what society teaches us, colonization teaches us. Let's uncolonize our minds. Let us find our connection to ourself, to the potential of our healing, and the ability that we have to live in sustainable relationship with ourselves, with Mother Earth, and with others. But first, aquí. Tiene que venir de aquí, del corazón, del ser. It has to come from here. It has to come first. You come first to be in alignment. Right? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Again, this is Marita Esteva, one who catches lightning with the path of Ish. If you're interested in joining me in my mystery school, or you're interested in joining me in any of my intensive, just hashtag Jaguar, and I'll send you the link for that. And I'll send you the link for my classes. Most of what I do is classwork and one-on-one. I would love for you to join. And I'd love to see you on the path of radical self-love. Thank you, relations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Please like, please share, go to my page and share this around. Let's spread the love. Let's spread the love. Let's rise up. Rise up. It is time for us to rise up in radical self-love. Aho.